Yeah. Big JTV, man. We're gonna talk about it. Like, comment, subscribe as you walk in. As you come in, man, put your feet on the carpet. Wipe your feet off with a like. You know what I mean? Best way to support this channel and help me do what I do. Either I'll put the clip in the beginning or I might put it here right after what I'm saying here. Skip Bayless went on All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, and they went to hating. They went to hating, man. And what makes me really, really upset, really, is that the story either changes or goes left, right, sideways. You know what I mean? And it keeps on being repeated all over and all over again, specifically by Skip Bayless, because Skip is going on a media run, right? So in this clip that's going to come up next, we're going to have Skip Bayless explaining his regret on, his biggest regret on working with Shannon at Undisputed. And on the back end, I'm going to have another video where he talks a little bit about that epic blow up that essentially ended the show. So here's the first clip. Y'all enjoy.
Great chemistry. You and Shannon had a great run. Any regrets on how that partnership ended for the show, and any regrets on how the relationship ended?
What did you think about the character, the Uncle Shay Shay character? He didn't come on the show doing that with the black and mild and the do-rag and Hennessy and all that stuff.
When he first started it?
Yeah, he didn't come on with that at first when he first got on the show. So when all that came about, what you think about that too?
Okay, it's better for you guys to respond to that than me, but I was still very close with Stephen A. at that point, and he did not love it.
No, yeah.
Okay, and I defer to you.
Nobody did, so we
okay.
We'll just leave it there.
But you know what? You talk about branding, you talk about Stephen A. Smith. To be Unc was big for Uncle Shannon. And out of that, which he, I think it went away. I don't remember him doing it much over the last couple of years. I don't think he ever did it. But whatever. Unc stayed. Shay Shay stayed. So it ended up being positive for him.
Mm-hmm.
It made me pretty uncomfortable from my seat. But look, yeah, you ask about regret. I just have one huge regret. We weren't nearly as close as Stephen A. and I were close, but I just wanted us to finish together on time, because over the last year or so, I would watch what you guys have done here. I would watch what happens to me on Twitter, now X. I would watch what happens to my videos, and I'd say the audience is starting to erode on what they call linear TV shows. Mm-hmm. It's here. You guys were ahead of that curve and then right on time on that curve. And now I want to chase you guys. I want to do this because I saw it for about a year. But I wanted Shannon and I, because I saw his podcast was starting to take hold when he was at Fox, I wanted us to finish together. And I don't know, as God is my witness, I'm not exactly sure what happened upstairs, but it fell all apart and he got pushed out. And I was blindsided and dumbfounded by that, and I don't like it to this day. And I'm not a regrets type. I don't look back and say, oh, if only. But that was one where it was just wrong. I didn't. That's not how I envisioned, because our contracts were concurrent. So I knew when mine was up, I wanted to go my separate way, but I wanted us to end the way it should have ended, because, man, we had 7 really good years. Mm-hmm. We had, on just pure ratings, we had about 5 through the roof years. And that matters to me. You guys, like you guys, I don't know if you ever have any spats or anything, or you disagree on things or whatever, but you're linked for life now.
The respect doesn't change, though. Okay. We might disagree, but the respect, yeah.
But you're linked for life because you've been in this foxhole together. And you've had all kinds of guests on here, and you had Kamala here. It's big. And you will look back. God only knows where it's going to take all of us in the next 20 years, but 20 years, if God is good and you're still moving, you'll look back if you're not doing this anymore, and you'll have a deep connection and a deep connection. Okay, that's how I feel about Stephen A. and Shannon. We went to, I don't want to say war, we went to battle together every day. And listen, Shannon just showed up for work, man. Mm-hmm. He came, he's extremely competitive, and I am crazy competitive. And so we went at it in different authentic ways than Stephen A. and I did, because Stephen A., he takes it seriously, but there's showmanship involved with Stephen A. that is fun to watch. With Shannon and I, trust me, it got seriously, you sat out there.
I've watched you prepare for a show, Skip, and my boy say it right there. It is intense watching Skip prepare for a show. It's like, it's just as intense as getting ready for a basketball game, bro. It's super intense.
Well, that's my basketball game.
Yeah.
So a whole lot of, I think he's lying, man. I think he's lying. I think Skip Bayless has a narrative in his head, and I think he's lying, right? And the thing about Skip Bayless is that he gets very personal and disrespectful and doesn't notice that he's getting personal and disrespectful, right? Chris Carter had a story about Skip Bayless being very disrespectful to him and downplaying his career, right? Skip Bayless had a beef with Troy Aikman, where he implied, either, directly or indirectly, that Troy Aikman was a gay man. And that was a beef that lasted for 20 plus years, right? So here's another video where Skip Bayless and Steven Jackson, by the way, I ain't going, I'm not going to negate what Steven Jackson was doing, because Steven Jackson hates Shannon. Stacks hates Shannon, like dislikes him for real. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's directly, but Shannon has sent some shots towards him. They don't like each other. And the irony of this is that Shannon has one of the most popular episodes on All the Smoke. This was a few years ago. The Shannon Sharpe episode on All the Smoke podcast was damn near like 1 million views, right? So to have Skip Bayless come in and cap and lie about the infamous Tom Brady debate and hate and sneak this and sneak hating, man, it is nasty work. It's nasty work, crazy work. I'm going to play that clip. Y'all hear it and let me know y'all thoughts on the back end. Let's go.
Did it ever feel personal? Did you ever walk away from the desk and like, damn, that hurt a little bit? Or damn, maybe I shouldn't have said that?
I told him from day one, I prep hard. I'm intense. I'm over intense. But as soon as that little red light goes off, I let it go, man. And I never take it home. And if you do, you tell me about it and let's sort it out. And we had some sit downs where we would sort things out. But he knew early on, I always had his back. And that there's no need to, like I always used to say on First Take, my slogan was, no punches pulled, but none thrown. You can't get to the point where you want to throw, come on, like then nobody wants to watch that. But they like genuine heat. And Shannon and I produced genuine heat.
Real heat. Yes,
and
sir.
I truly love him for that. Like those are magical moments to me where I look back. We got into one time about Tom Brady. I didn't even know where it went. It just flew off the handle. And we did have to have a sit down after that one, and we hugged. Like it's okay. But I think
the one where you told him to put his glasses back on?
Yes, because
I remember that one.
Because now we're getting to punches thrown, right? Like okay. Yeah. And by the way, if he threw one punch at me, that'd be the end of me.
That's like a poodle and a Rottweiler. You don't want them problems.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm still not sure how it went there, because this stuff is so unscripted. You're in the middle of it. Like there's kind of a quasi plan. We kind of know what the topical question is, but then it just goes off over here. You guys just riff off each other. I don't know. You can't. Half the stuff that's happened so far in the show, you couldn't have planned.
Right.
Because we're just vibing off each other.
Right.
And with Shannon, I'm vibing and it's going here. And you asked me, is it personal between you and LeBron or Westbrook? After a while, I'm thinking, is it personal between Shannon and Brady? Because he just hated Tom Brady to me. And it got vitriolic, where it started to get nasty, angry on the air. And I'm saying, and I like Brady. I don't know Brady. I've never met him before, but he's really good. Like he was really good at what he did. And I think it drove Shannon crazy. He's playing a position that's not even like a football position. Like they protect him. So So all these guys are playing football, and you can really get hurt doing all these other things, except kicker or punter. But all these guys are doing this, and they're running into each other the way humans should never run into each other. And here's this guy called the quarterback, and all the rules protect him. He can slide if he wants to, and nobody can touch him. And Tom Brady's just standing back there patting the football, pew, 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 just throwing deadly accurate passes and just surgically carving people up. It won him 7 Super Bowls. I think he should have won 8 Super Bowls out of the 10 he played in. Shannon's in the Hall of Fame, obviously. And I think there was some resentment of how can he be this great? Because he's not all that athletic and he can't run a lick, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can just speed read, process, poise under fire. He took some shots. He would get hit occasionally. But in the end, it's like Wayne Gretzky in hockey. He's just playing this game above everybody else.
Right.
And it's all finesse. It's all, he's just operating on a higher plane than all these hockey goons down here running into each other. So was Brady. Well, I'm defending Brady, and Shannon went crazy. And then at some point, he's suggesting he's as good as Tom Brady, or was as good as Tom Brady at that point, still was.
He did not say that.
Huh?
He did not say
well,
that.
he did. That's how I interpret it.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have been mad too. Put your glasses back on after you say some shit like that.
Okay.
But nowhere
Because
close to Brady.
I'm like, Shannon, and I told him on the air, I said, this guy's in another echelon from everybody else who ever played. There's never been anything like this guy, what he achieved. And Shannon said, I'm in the hall. I said, I got it. And then he's really mad and he takes his glasses off. Okay, what are we going to do? Fight? Because now you got me. I can't win that one. But let's just cease and desist. And let's go on to the next topic because that's ridiculous. That's as close as we ever got to, eruption, explosion.
Skip, you do an hour of cardio every day. You got good footwork. You can move. Shannon hips bad. He can't move. He just top heavy.
But have you ever seen a Chihuahua and a pit bull?
He just top heavy though. Like he can't move. He's just top heavy. He can't move.
I want to see a Chihuahua and a
He
pit
had
bull.
hip surgery and all that. Skip do an hour of cardio. He can move a little bit. He can stick and move. Skip.
Okay, he couldn't catch me. Right?
There you go.
I know he couldn't catch
There
me.
you go.
But that MF is
It's strong. He's strong.
he is
Big
ripped.
boy.
Yeah, he's strong.
That's a big boy.
He's big,
Yep.
big boy, and works hard at being a big boy.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to, okay, I can't compete with that. But it's funny, right before we launched.
Crazy work. That was clearly lying because the debate started by Skip Bayless making it personal about Shannon, saying he's better than you've ever been. And in that argument, right, Skip made it personal. Shannon didn't make it personal. And then you have to keep this in mind. Shannon is definitely a top 3 tight end of all time. Him in his own position, he's a GOAT. So saying that Tom Brady is the GOAT, okay, but also Shannon in his respective position is a GOAT or the GOAT, depending on your definition. So regardless, insulting, Shannon, your debate partner, your quote-unquote co-worker, in order to uplift Tom Brady, is pathetic. And you know what's even crazier? There's rumors that Tom Brady doesn't even like Skip. So all that D riding leads you to nowhere. You know what I mean? So not only did Skip lie, but Skip was slick hating. And not only did, Steven Jackson lie, he was also slick hating. We loved Unc Shay Shay as his character. And we knew it was a character. We like sports entertainment, man. Anyways, man, get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think. Big JTV, man. Like, comment, sub. I'm out.